Of NBA basketball. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Take a look at the Cavaliers winning their last 3 games. They'd like to make that 4 in a row here tonight.
And you know what? This may be the most dangerous team in the league right now. The way they've been playing, they're a team that no one will want to see in the postseason.
I agree with you. I mean, this is a team that's extremely dangerous. And all they want to do right now at the end of the regular season is continue to keep that momentum going.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low.
And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters. But such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles. Sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
Cleveland on defense. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And they were really locked in from beyond the arc in that game. I mean, the results wouldn't have looked anything like it did had it not been for their ability from beyond.
Exactly. They were spraying home threes at a huge rate.
Now Irving after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Greg, on the topic of Smith, you never know what his personality is going to bring to the game, or Clark, even the moment.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Moment to moment, it's an adventure. When the good JR is rolling, he's knocking down threes, playing solid D, creating havoc for the opponent. Bad JR is taking and missing wild shots, going to sleep on defense, and causing problems for his own team.
Yeah.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth, here we go.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it, I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Right side Curry. The 3. And he gets it to go. Curry's got 5.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge. Always.
Irving kicks to LeBron. Back to Irving. And he gets the bucket. Irving's got his first points of the game.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Golden State's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. On its way from Curry for 2. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Now, Green, following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. And another 3 for Golden State.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Smith on the wing, shoots the 3. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Curry against Irving, and the basket by Curry.
Stephen Curry amped up on O.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. James kicks to Thompson, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Golden State's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. On its way from Curry for 2. Tries again. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Irving kicks to Love. They double-team Love. And a wide-open look for Irving. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
You know, looking around, he knew one of his teammates was going to be open when they hit him with that double team, and he took advantage. Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's been in a really good spot in his career at this point.
Timeout called the Warriors. And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club to be in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
Sun changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Iguodala in for Thompson. Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Mon Shumpert has come in for J.R. Smith. Now here's Curry. 26 points for him last game against the Suns in Phoenix.
But what stood out for me was his gorgeous playmaking out there. I mean, over and over, he was finding his teammates in a great position to score.
Here's Shumpert. The Warriors making the shot. It's a pick by Love and stolen by Spates. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And there's Mozgov. That's good on the assist by Irving.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
And the basket by Curry.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Knocked loose. Rush with the steal. Pulls up for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
It just seems like they're a step slow today.
Irving kicks to LeBron. Passes it to Love. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And for Kevin Love, such a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in 08. And really, he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league.
No good on the free throw. Well, Kevin Love, and we've kind of gone over some things in Minnesota with Greg, but Clark, Kevin Love probably wasn't long for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it was time for fresh scenery, and that's why the Cavs offered up the house, including Wiggins, who eventually became Rookie of the Year, for the chance to get Love.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin. And Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down. But still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. Williams passes to James. Trying to find Mozgov. Gets it to him. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And as we conclude the first quarter. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Thompson and Verja at the 4 and 5. Smith is out there with Mo Williams, and it's Jefferson in at the 3, the small forward. Leandro Barbosa is checked in for Golden State.
Leandro Barbosa.
Warriors leading by 17. What range on that shot.
Unbelievable.
That's amazing. Smith kicks to Jefferson. Barbosa against Williams. Floats one up. Here's Verajao. And Barbosa pulls it down.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And he gets the bucket.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it played.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Cavaliers. Last time they met in Cleveland.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
And Greg, the foul trouble was a big chunk of it. I mean, it's hard to mount a comeback when all your key guys, your main players, are watching from the bench.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He urged them to do everything possible to create open looks for each other. Talked about setting picks, running more set plays, anything to shake free of that defense. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
Thanks again, Doris. And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Thompson, and there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Irving double team. Here's Love. Rebound Bogut.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
And so here's Cleveland. The Warriors making the shot. Smith drives in. Love wide open. He fires. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
J.R. Smith. Timeout for Golden State.
Timeout called the Warriors.
You know, talking about the effect LeBron had on Kyrie last year, they looked fantastic working together, but the stat sheet also bared that out. Kyrie hit over 40% of his threes for the first time in his career, and he posted the lowest turnover rate of his career, too.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Golden State. LeBron's checked in for Cleveland.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
And on the way from Irving for three.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Pass to Bogut. From deep three-point range. Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel.
Well, that's not been a typical possession for them in this first half. You know, for the most part, they've been pretty smart with the ball.
The Warriors making a switch here. Spates is checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Mozgov. He's checked in for Thompson. And it's Shumpert in there for J.R. Smith. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And a wide open look for James. Offensive rebound.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
It has been a lopsided battle on the boards, no doubt. Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Well, LeBron James, long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Curry. A three from Barnes. And good on the basket. Book it. Barnes has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. LeBron dishes to Love. Takes the three. And LeBron James with the three. James has got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Rush gets the bucket.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back. You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Here's Spates. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
Here's Irving. The Warriors making the shot. Love outside. They double-team Love. Pass to Mozgov. Out to Shumpert for 3. And another 3 for Cleveland.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
On the wing, Thompson. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Cleveland's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Mozgov sets a screen for Love. And Thompson sends it back. That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession.
Substitution on the court.
15 seconds left in the first half of the game. Williams double team. Mozgov passes to Verejao, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
8 seconds left in the first half. Here is Livingston. No good on the buzzer beater. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The War.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, what's been the key to what's working well out there for you guys right now?
Defensive end, we rebound the ball, keeping them off the glass, and being able to execute an offensive end.
Steph, thank you so much. Plenty of ingredients to a solid effort, Kevin.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He had 20 points and 1 rebound. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this league will continue to grow.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, when you look at the opponent field goal percentage, that tells the whole story. They gave up way too many good looks. When they come out of the break, they got to play way tougher, Ernie. Get those hands up. Get in your opponent's face. Do something.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talked about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Against the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots, and it's Barnes in at the 3 slot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Curry, good. There are very few players you can call game changers on offense, but Clark, Stephen Curry is clearly one of them.
Well, the plus-minus for the Warriors with him on and off the court validates that. It's incredible how much better they are offensively when he's on the floor.
Here's Curry, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Green with the block. And it's Thompson with the jam. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Bogut. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
And Steph Curry, with his deep range and lightning quick release, really unique to our league.
And he can't get the first one.
And speaking of Curry, guys, that quick slingshot release, really one of a kind. For most of us, a quick flick shot like that would be lucky to draw iron, but he's able to do it with pinpoint accuracy.
He hits the second from the line.
And, guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
Now here's Love. He's got 9. There's the bucket. Good.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
You know, and Bogut, as I recall, Clark was so distraught by those injuries that at one point he thought he might retire.
Yeah, he gave some serious thought to packing it in after the 2013 season, Kevin. Luckily for his team, though, he worked through it and is as strong as ever at the defensive end.
The good-looking shot from the wing. And the Warriors lead by 19.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Irving kicks to James. Thompson is doubled. Here's Irving. And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes.
Cavaliers ball.
And let's take this chance now to look at the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Here are the league's leading scorers. Number 1, Steph Curry, and of course, LeBron James.
Anytime these two guys are on the floor at the same time, you're just waiting for one of them to go off, if not both of them. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here is Love, following the basket by Stephen Curry. To the paint, ball's knocked loose. Thompson outside. Took him no time at all on that one.
And the efficiency is there, but the aggressiveness is really lacking. So far, it hasn't hurt them, though.
Irving kicks to Love. They set the screen, and Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Love outside. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Here's Curry, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
On the wing, Irving, guarded by Curry. The screen from Thompson. Smith dishes to Irving. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. That's 10 points for Kyrie Irving.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
And the officials call a traveling violation.
Here we can see, Kevin, where the Warriors rank in the NBA right now. First in scoring, first in assists, and they're also number 1 in three-point shooting. This is a team that loves to cast up shots from behind the arc.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses. And I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with them.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
The Cavaliers trail by 21. Love outside. Love draws the double. From downtown, Jefferson's shot is off.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
A different look now for Cleveland. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Mozgov comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Williams in for Irving. Now here's Shumpert. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Here's Iguodala. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Cleveland moving the ball around. No coverage that time. Jefferson's got 6.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
It's stolen by Jefferson. Kicks it to Williams. for the three. Here's Verajao, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Oh, the officials are all over that.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouls.
And so Verajao hits them both.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
Shots good by Williams. 36 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here is Livingston. He's got 5. It's good from long range. Livingston's got his third basket of the night.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Nobody near Williams. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. On the wing, it's Iguodala. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here is Williams.
All right, let's
go. He dishes it to Shumpert. Off target from three-point range. And at the end of the third quarter. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Mo Williams out there with Cunningham. Then there's Anderson Varejao. Then it's Mozgov. And it's Jefferson in at the small forward position.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Here is Livingston. From deep. That's good.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Now here's Williams. The dish now to Mozgov. And it's Looney with the rebound. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked. And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficient.
Spates the pass to Looney. Corner shot. And another basket for Golden State.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Verajao. Rush grabs the miss.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard. And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Williams attacking and stolen by Spates. Here's Barbosa. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Now the pass to Looney. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Mozgov with the bucket.
Wow, beautiful feed from Mo Williams.
Warriors have gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. Livingston, no luck.
I'm not even going to comment on that one.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
It's Rush outside, and he gets it to go.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from them.
Back to Williams. The tray. The shot is off. Here's Golden State now. They're on a 16-6 run. The feed to Livingston. Pulls up. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Williams kicks to Mozgov. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Looney passes to Livingston. Shoots. Again, Golden State.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball, following the score by Golden State. Here's Varejao.
And for Varejao, his wild hair and frenetic style long ago earned him the nickname Wild Thing. I mean, diving for loose balls, taking charges, but that energy and enthusiasm may be unsurpassed really by any other player in our league.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Barnes comes in for Brandon Rush, and Ian Clark subbed in for Sean Livingston. Dishes to Spates. Shot from 12. And another basket for Golden State. Well, Greg, you're talking about Varejao. He may play wild, but his production has backed it up. A few years ago, he averaged, Clark, over 14 rebounds a game.
Yeah, and I don't think he plays that wild. I think he just looks wild. That hair flying all over the place, and he's giving up his body. I don't know if he's necessarily a wild player as much as he just looks and appears to be everywhere at all times.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equal to 2 wins.
Greg, if it ain't broke, why fix it? I mean, why change anything? Knowing how well they played in those 2 games, they probably couldn't wait for this one to wrap up the sweep of the season series.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Stephen Curry. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
4 on the clock. Here's Clark. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
Now here's Williams. Feeds to Jones. The tray. The basket is good off the assist from Williams.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box score window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
Here's Clark. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Hey, kid, you ready?
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, here with Andre Iguodala. And what's the key for you guys to have games like you did tonight as you look to the upcoming games?
The key is just not letting all the outside distractions, get in the way of letting us do what we want to do. So we got to come in, play tough, and guys be ready to play.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, they shut out the noise and just play.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.